Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Google, stock is down 0.63%, so it's just down over 0.5%, and now it's down near 1%, down to 195, almost filling this gap at 194.50. So going into tomorrow's session, we had this same type of candle here, inverted hammer, same thing again today, and if this thing were to come down, and Google does not hold here at gap fill reversal 194.50, you're going to see a dump off, possibly down to 184, 183 to this lower Bollinger Band and the 50-day moving average, and then this gap fill comes into play 178. Now to the upside, there will be strong resistance here at 196 if this thing opens below 196, and then you can see, huge rejection today. Just here at 200, we got up to almost, we got over 202, but rejection, this thing gave up all the gains from 202 down to 195 now. So that is a huge pullback on Google stock. And I think early as tomorrow, we can come down and close this gap right here, just below 195. And this is where it needs to hold because we have rising 20-day moving average also sitting at close to 193. So it has to hold here. These moving averages right here has to hold. If not, you're going to see significant downside on Google stock. On AMD, it's down 1.71%. So AMD got up to this high right here, and you can see multiple rejection near 132, came back, and now trading at 127. So AMD here, we got a gap up and go here from yesterday. So we got a gap, and the gap should act as a support here. Gap fill reversal 125. We also have confluence here by this 20-day moving average 125. So this is going to be a strong level. If this thing cannot hold, you're going to see a dump off down to 122 and then 118, and possibly will go even lower from here. Now, only thing I can say here on AMD that is looking good, gap fill reversal has to hold 125, and this thing needs to get over 132. Only if that happens, you're going to see a move up to 136 and possibly up to this gap just below 138. And then we can talk about possibly more upside on AMD. Here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X is totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. Now I'm going to show you guys one play today, but let's talk about this right here. PLTR, you can see it's trending. This is one of the play that I took as a swing trade, $70 puts, and this thing went to the moon today. Took profit on this play. It was fantastic. And then look at right here, Qs. We took puts, 5-10 puts on Qs, added more, and then today, what happened today, guys? We all know. If you look at it today at 3:35 p.m., it was trading at 513. Took profit on this play. It was massive. Now, also weeklies, we actually took puts on Qs even yesterday with that gap up, and that actually paid also. So all these trade ideas, and especially people that are really serious about trading, guys, if you're really serious about trading, then this is it. Patreon is for you. But if you're not serious, don't bother going in there and checking it out, guys. Only for serious people. If you're really into stock market, you want to make money, you want to learn, and you want to go above and beyond, definitely check out my link down below in the description for Patreon, guys. On Meta, it's down 1.95%. So Meta was down to 608. Huge pullback. But if you look at my screen, why this thing got this pullback and why we got a bounce? Well, first of all, look at this. 608.89, 20-day moving average. We have these moving averages kind of stacked up right here at 608. Well, that's why we got the bounce. And now it's over 614, even though it's down on the day. And pretty much going up to previous all-time highs right here. 638, we got up to what? 631 today, 632. So big move and then big pullback. So going into tomorrow's session, if this thing comes back, there will be support at 614, below that 608. 601.34, 591, 50-day moving average, and below that you're going to see a dump off down to 579 to 558. To the upside, as long as this thing can hold over, I would say 608 to 609, stay bullish. It can possibly go back up and retest previous all-time highs right here, 638. So Costco is not part of this video, but I'm going to bring it up again that I called it right here on this day that Costco comes down here 908 or below. If you guys are really interested, calls right here. And boy, oh boy, this thing today, you can see how big of a move we got today, guys. 931. And if you actually got the dip right here at 908 or below, or even at 910, somewhere here, massive, massive move to the upside. You got $20 back up to the upside on Costco. And that is why I can share more plays, especially for people that are watching me on YouTube. But definitely, guys, YouTube does not pay me for this. So the only way, I get any kinds of appreciation by hitting the like button, and then definitely my Patreon group that are actually sponsoring these videos. And if you want to support, that's the only way you can do that, hitting the like button. And you want to go above and beyond, then go ahead and join the Patreon. Two ways you can actually support this channel and my work. And you can see this was a fantastic play. I also did share one play on my X account. I'm not gonna go and bring things up back and forth, but there's so many plays I can put out. It just comes down to how many people want to support the channel and my work, and then I can put them up every video. I can put them up 2 3 trade ideas, and you guys tell me how that are working, guys. Tesla stock is down 4%, so this was a lower high. And I took some Tesla calls today, nothing big, like 3 contracts. And this thing I got in at 395 and went up to 398, was going back and forth. And when I saw there is weakness right here on Tesla, I just got out and pretty much made nothing out of it. Tesla did not pay today. I got out, and now it's trading at 394, trading under 5-day moving average for 100. So Tesla now, the next stop will be coming back down to this critical support 375, possibly will come down and fill some of these gaps. If that's the case, to the downside, it's going to play out. To the upside, now it needs to get over 400, 411, and then strong resistance right here at 425, and then 429. Over that, we can talk about this gap on top, 451. On Microsoft is down 1.28%. So we had this gap up and go, and today gap up and crap right here on Microsoft. And you can see we actually closed on a critical trend line, this massive bear flag trend line, which is sitting right here at 420. It held and pretty much closing near 420. So that is going to be your biggest line in the sand for Microsoft. We all know if that gives up, you can see time and time right here, right here, right here, it was holding. Imagine what's going to happen if this thing gets under this trend line and then finds 420. That's going to act as a big resistance. In that case, you're going to see significant selling right here on Microsoft, and that means what? Market will come down. So this has to hold 420. Otherwise, you're going to see even the lower Bollinger Band coming down. So it can come down easily down to 413, and from there, it can go much, much lower down to these lows down here. Near 407 and then 400. To the upside, there will be resistance at 428, right here at 430, and over that you're going to see a move up to this gap just under 437. On Amazon, stock is down 2.42%, so Amazon is down big time. You can see 2 days worth of trading. We kind of just erased these two candles, and pretty much closing at the low of the day. Is that bullish? We got a high, lower high, and this could be another lower high before we come down and close this gap at 214. So people that were actually extremely bullish on Monday and even Friday, it was just a dead cat bounce, and now things are pulling back again. So going into tomorrow's session, Wednesday, market will be closed on Thursday, but then we'll reopen on Friday. But tomorrow, I don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow is a short week again because of that, a new holiday or a new day added by Biden for Jimmy Carter. But it's okay. It's gonna be a short week, but I don't know how things are going to actually take an effect tomorrow. But it's definitely not looking good with the short trading week, guys. Now, Amazon, you can see it's barely holding on to this 5-day moving average, not even holding 223, and now it's trading at 222. So I think as soon as we get down here down to these lows 220 and we take out 220, you're going to see Amazon filling this gap at 214. Now to the upside, there is a lot of work need to be done right here on Amazon. We need to get over 13-day, which is at 23.66, 20-day moving average 25.52 to 25.52, and over that 230. So this was just a dead cat bounce. We kind of just erased 2 days worth of candles trading here with one red bearish engulfing candle, and that is not looking good going into tomorrow's session. And that is why I said, if you're chasing these moves, you're gonna get caught holding a bag. You need to wait for that decent pullback in the market, and so far we haven't seen any decent pullback, at least not in my book, last 15 months to maybe even 2 years. Yes, we're getting pullbacks, but nothing significant where you can say, oh, this might be a mini crash. Let's just go and buy that dip. These are just day trading opportunities, not something you can go long, like very long time. These are not the opportunities. One stock was down. The only stock was Tesla, and now that's also gone, trading at 400, right? So now, what's next from here? Well, I would say Amazon, just watch 220. That's going to be your key line in the sand. You can see lower Bollinger Band also sitting here at 218. So this is where this thing can bounce. But soon as this thing takes out 220, we got two unfinished business down here, 214 gap and 208 gap. And that can get filled right here on Amazon. To the upside, like I said, 223 point right here, 13-day moving average, 223.73 resistant, and then 225.52 over that 230. Netflix is down 0.29%, and what we got here on Netflix, you can see double top or a rounding top, whatever you want to call it here, and slowly this thing sliding off. Also, we do have earnings coming up in just a matter of 2 weeks, so there is not much to say right here on Netflix. We do have support right here, 50-day moving average, and so far it's holding on to lower Bollinger Band 872. So that's going to be a critical level. And then we also have 50-day moving average at 862, and then it will come down to 842. To the upside, 5-day moving average at 884. That's going to act as a resistance right here. Over that, you might see a move up to 900 to 904 on Netflix. On Apple, stock is down 1.14%. So Apple almost making a new low here. And you can see, actually not almost, it actually made a new low. Right here, if you look at my screen, these were the previous lows right here from these two candles. And now today we actually made a new low at 241.35. And I think, this thing definitely wants to come down to 237. And it has to happen. The back test of this breakout has to happen. And now it's pulling back. Now the question is, we're seeing a massive bear flag playing out on Microsoft so far, not breaking down yet. And this one also coming down and retesting previous all-time highs and the breakout from all-time highs to a brand new all-time high 260, this critical support 237. So the question is that going to hold? We just have to wait and find out. 237 does not hold. We have unfinished business down here at 233, and you can slide down here definitely Apple stock. To the upside, resistance will be at 245. Over that, this gap comes into play just below 250. So before we get to Nvidia, I want to talk about SPY ETF since I'm not going to make a separate video for you guys on stock market tonight. Just to give you guys a glimpse of what's happening, and I even called it yesterday. I was live in my Discord for maybe about 2 hours, and this thing got up to almost 5.99 here on SPY, and I said, I'm gonna take some puts, a couple of weeks out, and if you want to take, 595, 590, even lower than that, this is it right here. This is a huge chance for puts right here. If this thing breaks out, take a small loss and get out. But if you get it right, you're going to make money. Even it says right on my thumbnail, more pain. And what happened? This was a gap up and crap, nothing but a rejection from this trend line. And you can see, this is not bullish. Yes, we can go higher from here, but this candle does not look bullish, guys. Massive rejection. We came back to fill this gap. Gap fill reversal did not happen, and now SPY ETF finding itself down here at 588. Now, the moment of truth, we have this head and shoulder pattern, also left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If this thing takes out this neckline, this gap is in play right here, guys. 576. So I want to give you my thoughts right here on SPY. It's definitely not looking bullish, and we got a short week, so be really careful buying these dips before this thing comes down and possibly breaks this neckline and then fills this gap down here at 576. Now, with that being said, why market pumped yesterday? Well, one stock to blame, or whatever you want to say here. Nvidia. It happened before. Huge rejection yesterday. And look at the size of this candle. Now, if you look at my screen, you can see, there is possibly a 1 year worth of trading here, or maybe more than that. But if you look at it, we do not have a candle like this here. We got some big candles, but nothing compared to this candle. Is this bullish for you? I don't think so. Yes, we got the breakout. People who played breakout, we got everything. And now we can also say this might be a fake breakout that we saw today and yesterday. Gap up and go. We still have a gap down here near 138. So Nvidia, this was a massive, I would say massive bull trap on Nvidia. Unless you're a smart bull and you got out for your profit and you did not hold for 170, because I saw a lot of people doing a fib extension and saying 170, 190. No chasing, guys. If you got in here, it's fine. If you got in here, it's fine. If you got in here at the breakout, it's fine. But here, absolutely not. And now you can see down over 6%, $9.29. So going into tomorrow's session, we might see this gap getting filled right here. 138. Below that, you're going to see a dump off down to 136. And soon as that gives up, there is going to be significant downside. And I'm talking about 130s, 126 again. Now, if this can hold gap fill reversal at 138 and we get some sort of a move back up to the upside, watch out for the resistance at 144. Only if that breaks, we're going to see more upside on Nvidia stock. Other than that, this run up might be over on Nvidia. We just need to wait and get that confirmation on it. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys.